What is going on, everybody? My name is Neil. Welcome back to Beyond the 90. And Leicester have just beaten Braga 4-0, and I'm absolutely buzzing once again. So last time we played against Leeds on Monday, bearing in mind it was only a 3-day turnaround that they had to play. And I was a bit worried coming into this game that they weren't going to play the same football. And to be honest, at the beginning, they didn't. Braga looked a bit more threatening on the counter. They had a couple of opportunities. Leicester weren't quite in the game. And my immediate thoughts were, oh my God, the Leeds game has really tired them out. This is going to be a long game. However, in the beginning, Nacho gets a brilliant goal. He took his opportunities a little bit. At times, one of the criticism we have of Nacho, I think all of us have, is that he's not quite, the energy isn't quite there, and he doesn't quite get the opportunities off as he should have. In this case, he didn't. He took his opportunity, got a bit of favour with a deflection, bounced right into his pass, and he scored the goal. He was making great runs in the first half and second half, and I can't commend him enough for that. Second, especially with the second goal as well, came in like the 47th, 48th odd minute. He just got a bit of luck, and to be fair, he was making his chances, he was making his talent, and that's a position that we need to fill. You know, with Vardy not playing in this match and he didn't play any minutes at all, I was worried, are we able to score goals without Jamie Vardy? We saw it against Leeds, the fact that they can put goals away with Jamie Vardy playing that crucial role, but they managed to score two without him or Barnes or on the pitch, which is super, super great for us. I think that Fuchs needs a lot of credit for the first goal, actually, with his long throw, as something I mentioned in the last podcast, last match review, regarding Fuchs' ability to get the ball down the line via a throw-in, and he took that really, really well. Something that Fuchs, I think, is going to be underrated at is his vision. His vision, not just in terms of coaching Luke Thomas, which we'll get onto in a bit, but also his ability to play a ball like the ball he played to, I can't remember who it was, to, when Schmeichel played the ball against Leeds, crossed the ball over. If we're comparing it to Leeds, I'm going to bring up Leeds a lot because it just took so much out of these players. And the reason why I keep bringing it up is because Leeds were just from minute one to the last minute, they took the energy out of our team, which is great for them. But coming into this game, we really needed that extra energy and extra burst of pace to really push us forward. So the counter-attack at times was a bit flimsy. I don't think Braga were too good. I think initially our defensiveness was all over the place, and I was super worried, really, really worried about what we're actually going to do, because it didn't seem like we were threading the passes quite right. We were playing the balls, particularly from the back, that well. And I think in the first 10 minutes, we had that similar position to Man United, where they let in that goal and we didn't, fortunately. We had enough players to get back. I was thinking, oh God, here we go. The defense seemed to fall apart. What it was is that the Leeds game took so much out of us, and we just needed that first goal, that first breather, just to relax the team a little bit. And what's brilliant about this team is they stepped up through the gears. So they started to go slow, and as they progressed through the match got better and better. They brought on players like Dennis Pratt, Perez, who we've not seen, I think this season we've not seen him, but he played really, really well. And we just absolutely dominated. I was thinking a 2-1 win coming into this. And the fact that we've got 4 goals, and it puts us in such a good position in order to play Europa League. And you just look at the players they brought on, and they were just so talented. But credit where credit is due. Maddison took his goal well. Pratt, the build up for Pratt's goal was something that I have seen Leicester in a while, but it just reminded me of they're just enjoying themselves. And as a supporter of the team, that's what you want to see. They're supporting, they're playing with passion. They're playing with fun. They are just enjoying playing football. And I just cannot recommend to watch the games if you haven't, because there were so many opportunities, and it could have been more than 4. It could have been 5, 6, 7 at times, because they just kept playing and kept playing. And the more that Maddison was getting into the games, the better he looked. It was just, I can't believe it. I just want to go over the starting team. So Kasper Schmeichel, I think he's 30. I've not got his age down here, but 32, 33, maybe 31. And then the rest of the team, if you look at the initial lineup and you look at the picture that's actually up about when they started, you realize how far we've come since 2016. I mean, you look at the ages: James Justin, 22, Wesley Fofana, 19 years old, Christian Fuchs, 34, Mark Albrighton, 30, Luke Thomas, the second game in a row in a week, bearing in mind they just played his first game. Sorry, second game, he played against Arsenal, but he played against this game as well. First Premier League game on Monday, and now Thursday at home, he's defending absolutely brilliantly. Hamza Chowdhury, 23, Yuri Tillemans, 23, James Maddison, 23, Kelechi Iheanacho, 24, and Cengiz Under, 23. Now you look at that team and how young they are and how well they played. It's just I'm so blown away. Brendan Rodgers deserves so much credit for the way they played. They played some absolutely amazing football at times, and I think it was we rotated a little bit. So you see Hamza Chowdhury come in, which I thought at the beginning he wasn't as comfortable. I was like, oh no, here we go. Because this season I've really wanted him to push on and hold down that position, but Mendy's playing out of his skin at the moment, and I don't blame Brendan Rodgers, even though I'm a big Hamza Chowdhury fan, for playing Mendy over Chowdhury. But in this game, he took control and he got more and more confidence. I think the team in general got more and more confidence as we went on. There's a lot of fear over Braga coming into this game. They're top of the group. They were going to be a hard team, and we were all looking forward to see what they could put past them. And they put 4 past them, and they could have put more. The defensive line, you look at Fofana, you look at Fuchs, you look at Justin, they didn't really have a lot to do. Same with Schmeichel, so you won't hear a lot really from them. However, what they did and when they were called upon, they worked fantastically. So Christian Fuchs, again, telling Luke Thomas to play his position and how to play it. And Luke Thomas, I just want to give a special mention because I don't think I touched on it as much in the last game. The dude is 19 years old. He's played less than 10 games, and yet he looks confident as hell. And that's partly down to what a player he is, partly down to Brendan Rodgers putting out an absolutely brilliant coaching role within him. You look at players like Dewsbury Hall, Benkovic, Matty James. These players, also Josh Knight, these players aren't quite up to the level. And I was a bit dubious putting them out on loan. Who else going to include Johnson in that as well? Darnell Johnson. You can see that Brendan Rodgers trusts certain people. So he trusts Luke Thomas to come into that position and really take himself on. You look at Hamza Chowdhury, he could have gone out on loan, but he didn't. But these players like Dewsbury Hall, you can see that their potential, but they're not quite there just yet. When it comes to, like, for example, Luke Thomas, he's there and he's the finished product. And I'm saying this with only a few games in, I know, but what a player he is. And I can't really give him enough praise for how well he played. And Braga did play into our hands, especially in the second half. They did come at us a little bit, and I was thinking, oh, here we go. But they didn't have the pace that our back line did. And just our opinion to get past them and take the ball and go, right, this is ours now. It was fantastic. Bear in mind, we've beaten the top person in the group by 4 goals. Clean sheet. Kasper Schmeichel's birthday. Happy birthday. And we can't really ask for more. This is our first time playing in the Europa League, as it currently is. And the way that we delivered the 9 points is absolutely fantastic. I'm just going to have a look at the stats here. But you look at the rest of the table, and they don't even compare to how well we're doing. So we're on 3, played 3, 8 goal difference, 9 points. Braga are then played 3 on 0 goal difference. We've erased it in one match. The amount of goals they beat Athens and Luhansk. It's unbelievable. AK Athens are -1 and Luhansk are -7 with 0 points. So the games are coming thick and fast. You look to the players, you have Fitzhugh and Leshebella on the bench as well. So it shows you that even though, yes, we do have a lot of injuries, but he's prepared to put these players on if he needs to. And he's got them there to say, if you play well for the under-23s, you can come into the team. And I'm over the moon. I really am. I'm just a bit tired. So sorry if it's not as much energy as it was against Leeds. But just a couple of shout-outs. Yep, Yuri Tillemans, Hamza Chowdhury, Tillemans did brilliantly, just played his position superbly well. I can't really sing enough praises for him, but I'm so glad they took him off because I think he's played every single game alongside James Justin as well. So going forward, what really impressed me about Hamza Chowdhury is that he's toned down his game a little bit. At the beginning, he was a bit unconfident, as we were saying earlier. He really grew into the game as it went on, and he had the best thing about Chowdhury is his energy and his engine. So his ability to get a player and just nick the ball off him and play a pass. And he did that, I think, for one of the goals or one of the opportunities. I remember he was doing it time and time again, building his confidence, building him into the game. And something that I really enjoy about Hamza Chowdhury now is he's not rushing into challenges and looking at tackles where he potentially will get a red card. It's not that he wants to hurt players. It's just that he's so tenacious and he really wants to play for the team that he's putting in these rash challenges. And we saw earlier on as well, I think last season against Brentford, where he was playing that position and he was just taking that backwards roll a little bit. And he was learning to just break the team up, break the play up, pushing into that back line when he's asked, because times Fafana was getting up the wing towards the end of the match, and then Luke Thomas was getting up the other wing as well. Understanding his position in that team, playing as a CDM and also playing as like a centre-back, holding centre-back to kind of pivot between the two positions was brilliant and really intelligent play. Before, he kind of used to run around like a headless chicken, I'm not going to lie. The coaching wasn't the best, but you could see he just wanted to play and he wanted to chase down everything. We did chase down at times, but it's between Luke Thomas and Hamza Chowdhury for my man of the match because both of them were absolutely brilliant. I know that Kelechi Iheanacho should probably be up there as well. He did work his socks off, and part of me really wants him to put up there. But the couple of goals he scored were both kind of lucky deflections, to be perfectly honest. Again, he made his effort. He made the right moves in order to get himself in that position, and he deserves to be credited for them 2 goals because they both were great plays. He was looking for the 3rd goal. I know Maddison was really annoyed that he didn't get past to it, but from what I understand from strikers, they always get the ball. They're always quite selfish. So I can't really fake him too much. I can't really say anything too much. But for the 3rd goal, for the Dennis Pratt goal, what play that was. The fact that it was coming over, where have I got it wrote down? From Maddison to Tillemans to Nacho to Pratt. Oh, it was so sumptuous to watch, just from start to finish, that they were playing around them like they weren't there. And partly that was because, again, Braga kind of threw it away and they go, I don't want to play now. And they kind of capitulated. But we took advantage of that and we started to go, right, okay, if we can do this, we can do it again. And playing people like Barnes, Perez off the bench, every single player has a role and they know what they're doing. So if you think about it, they took off their only recognised striker in Kelechi Iheanacho, and they were playing Pratt, Barnes, and Perez up front. But again, the energy didn't drop. If anything, it raised. So it shows you one thing that we've been worried about since 2016-17 is 2015-16, since we won the league, have we got enough strength and depth? And a match like this with these fringe players that are coming in shows you absolutely yes. They've got the ability to play in the Premier League. They've got the ability to play in the Europa League. We will need, going forward, Johnny Evans to come back, Ricardo to come back, Castagna to come back, Soyuncu to come back, Wilfred Ndidi to come back. We will need these players in order to secure good in both competitions. However, now that we've got to the stage where we've played all 3 opponents, we've beaten all 3, and we're 8 goal difference ahead, we might see the foot taken off the pedal a little bit. So if you look at this team compared to the Leeds team, it was a weaker team. Vardy came out of the team, but some of the criticism that we've all put against Leicester City is when Vardy doesn't play, can we score goals? This is an example of we say, yes, we can. And it's as simple as that, to be honest. Braga fell apart a little bit, and you think they beat, I think, AEK Athens 3-0. They beat Luhansk 2-1. They're a decent enough team, but they just couldn't play. And I'm just absolutely over the moon, to be honest, about it. Shout out to Mark Albrighton as well. Worked his absolute socks off. You're always going to get 110% out of him, but playing that wing-back role is not easy. He was getting back and defending a lot of the time. He was going and up the pitch and providing crosses as well. So just the work rate that Brendan Rodgers got them playing at, I can't fault them enough. And the position this puts us in going into a game against Wolves, which hopefully we'll have a preview for with a Wolves fan, will help us massively because, I mean, what a performance. Really can't thank the players enough for just playing out of their skin because it was a tough game. Bearing in mind, they're going to play 3 games in a week. Monday, Thursday, Sunday, and Wolves is not going to be easy. That's probably why they rested Vardy. But this puts us in such a good position. I'm so thankful that we've gone out and we've smashed this because goal difference wise, it looks like we're gonna be okay. And for the squad that we had and coming into the season, how nervous we were for the amount of injuries, for the lack of squad depth, it's looking brilliant. And I can't really recommend it enough. So if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed. Back on my own once again. But it's going to be a good season, lads. I'm hoping that it won't burn out because there's definitely some good stuff to come. Let me know who your man of the match was, what your thoughts on the game were. Do we need a replacement to Vardy? It's looking less likely now. Were Braga a really, really good side, or was that the case? Let me know in the comments. As per usual, I'll get back to you in due time. And I'll see you all in the next video. So from me, hopefully we'll see everybody in the next video. So goodbye.